Talk about what you've seen from this team that has impressed you so far as you get ready for Ashland on Tuesday.
Well, what I've been very impressed with is the cohesiveness. I mean, we have never had a group of people that are so unified. I mean, 1 through 13, they're believing in each other. They're coming out to work every day. They haven't taken a day off of practice. They're together off the floor, so they're having team meals. They're going to movies together afterwards, and it's a joy right now to come to practice every day because I don't have to coach attitude and I don't have to coach effort, and that hasn't always been the case in the time that I've been here. So that's been a major positive. Coming in second and winning 20 basketball games and making it to the semifinals of the conference tournament and coming up 3 points short, but then making postseason play in the WBI against Cleveland State. So now the expectations are to keep it going. You know, a lot of people have asked, well, if you win 20 games, what's the magic number for the following year? Is it 21 to be successful? Is it 22? I don't really want to put a number on it because I don't believe if you won 17 games it would be a failure. You know, I just believe that what we want to get this program to is that every year people in the conference believe that IPFW is going to be there. And you're going to have to come to play because they've got a good program, they got good players, and if you don't, then they're going to beat you. And come conference time, they're always going to be one of the top teams. And that's the goal and the expectations.
When you take a look at your roster, 10 sophomores or freshmen. So you've got some youth, some new faces. How are they meshing into this group and what you do X's and O's wise, and what are we going to see differently perhaps than we've seen in years past?
Well, they're meshing great, and what you got to realize is some of those sophomores are transfers who have already played a year of college. You know, both twins already played a whole freshman year at Central Michigan, so they've got some experience, and they're really age-wise, they're juniors, so maturity-wise, they're a little older. But X's and O-wise, we're not with Stephanie, when Stephanie Rosario was not on the floor, we're not the biggest basketball team post-wise, but we're really tall all over the place. You know, in a women's game, if you start talking about 5'10" guards, that's pretty big. That equates to more like 6'3", 6'4" guards on the men's side. You know, and we're going to start 4 5'10s and a 6 foot. So we're big all over the place, so we can do a lot of things defensively. We can switch up. We can have a lot of different people guard the post. And then it makes us faster so that when we get the rebounds, we're going to take off and we're going to run. And then we're going to really spread the floor out this year because everybody on this basketball team can shoot the basketball. So we're going to spread it out, and we're going to make defenses make a decision. Am I going to help off here? If I help off here, I'm going to leave a shooter open at the top. If I help off at the top, I'm going to leave a shooter open in the wing. So we're really going to work together and spread the floor and try to turn this thing into an up-tempo transition game.
Sure. Taking a look at your schedule for the first week, you've got an exhibition game against Ashland, then you go to a Big East team, and then you come back home to face Youngstown State. So a little bit of everything, kind of all across the board. What do you expect to see from this team early on, and what are some of the indications that what you did in the preseason are working?
Well, I think the expectations are that it doesn't matter whether it's an exhibition or it's UC on Friday night. We expect to go out and play well and win. You know, it's one of the things that, you know, they always say winning breeds confidence. So this team just expects to win. So, you know, you got a Division II opponent in Ashland, and then you go to a Big East. And then you've got a Horizon League opponent in Youngstown State, and then you go to the Big Ten. So, you know, you got to go back and forth, and you got to play them one at a time. But the expectations for us are just, we've been to Michigan State before. We've been to Purdue before. We've been to Notre Dame before. You know, one of these days, this basketball program is going to beat somebody they're not supposed to beat. And I wouldn't be shocked at all if this may be the year, because this group really believes in what they're doing and each other, and that they're just going to go out there and compete, and they expect to win basketball games.